Hey everyone, welcome back to Alexander's Reading Corner. Today I'm going to be reading A Mammoth Imagination by Philip Ross Norman. Let's dive in.
The wild boars were having a huge feast. Eat, 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 little Bonbon said with a sniff. That's all they ever do. I wish someone would play with me. Bonbon was bored, but the grown-ups just kept on eating until it was time to go to sleep. The next day was no better. There was nothing left to eat after the feast, so now the wild boars had to look for some more food. Come on, Bonbon, urged Bumper. Hurry up. But Bonbon wasn't interested in food. He was busy being a monster and scaring away wild animals. Oh, Bonbon, one day your imagination will get you into trouble, sighed Muncher. But Bonbon didn't care. He was a monster. Roar! He yelled. Suddenly he heard leaves rustling and twigs snapping. What was that? He wondered. Bonbon stopped playing and hurried to catch up with the grown-ups. Looking over his shoulder, Bonbon thought he could see something big and furry moving in the mist. The wild boars stopped at a cave to pick mushrooms. It's perfect for hide and seek, Bonbon said. There are so many tunnels, you'll never find me. He wandered around. There were paintings of furry animals all over the walls. Monsters, he squeaked, like the ones in the forest. Don't be silly, said Bumper. They're mammoths. And there are no mammoths anymore, added Dribbles. They're extinct. But I saw them, said Bonbon. Don't be silly, said Bumper. It's just your imagination again. Now help us with these mushrooms. After their meal, the grown-ups rested and Bonbon played quietly by himself. When he looked up, he saw that it had begun to snow. I'm going to make a snow boar, he yelled. When it was almost finished, he ran to get the grown-ups. Come and look at my snow boar, he cried. In a minute, said Bumper. Bonbon waited and waited. A minute seemed to take a very long time. Oh, well, I'll finish it by myself, Bonbon sighed, and he ran back to the snow boar. Bonbon stared at it. It looked different. He looked more closely. The snow boar had eyes and a nose. Someone had finished it for him. All around the snow boar were big footprints, bigger even than the grown-ups. Whose are these? Bonbon wondered, following the footprints into the forest. The snow started to fall more heavily, but he kept going. Eventually, Bonbon realized he was lost. I know. I'll follow my footprints back home. But when he looked, he saw he'd been walking in a big circle. That meant he might be following the big footprints, or they might be following him. Bonbon was very scared. He looked around, trembling. Mammoths! Huge, furry mammoths, much bigger than in the cave paintings, were all around him. Oh! Squealed Bonbon, jumping up and down. To his surprise, the mammoths turned and ran away. They were frightened of him. Wait! Don't leave me here! I'm lost! Squeaked Bonbon. The mammoths stopped and whispered to one another. Then one of them lifted Bonbon gently onto her back with her furry trunk. With a slow plod of giant feet, the mammoths threaded their way through the sparkling trees. Bonbon wasn't scared anymore. Just wait until I tell the others, he thought. The mammoths took Bonbon home to their cave. The baby mammoths led Bonbon inside to see their toys and their paintings. Bonbon showed them his loudest roar. They taught him to swim in their hot pool, and their beds were much better for jumping than his. When they finally stopped, they could hear music from outside. Bonbon had never heard such a beautiful sound before. While some of the mammoths lifted up their trunks and sang a woolly mammoth song, Others did a slow, woolly mammoth dance. Soon the baby mammoths were sleepy. The big mammoths carried them inside and tucked them into bed. While the little mammoths slept, Bon Bon listened to the big mammoths tell stories of long ago. Soon it was time for Bon Bon to go home. The mammoths showed him the which way to go and waved goodbye. Bon Bon hurried. He knew the grown-up boars would be worrying about him. In his rush, he tripped and fell into a berry patch, but he didn't even stop to eat. At last, he was home. "Where have you been?" asked Bumper. Bon Bon opened his mouth to tell them, and then stopped. They wouldn't believe him. They'd say it was just his imagination. "I've been picking berries," he said. "So you have," said Muncher, pulling them out of Bon Bon's fur. Dribbles made a juicy berry cake, and Bon Bon was so hungry he ate it all. The next day, when the grown-ups were resting after lunch, Bon Bon skipped off. "Don't you want us to play with you?" asked Bumper. "Would you like a basket to collect more berries?" asked Muncher. "No, thanks," called Bon Bon. "I'll have more fun with my mammoth imagination."
Wasn't that great? Join me next time on Alexander's Reading Corner. Goodbye.